Hello folks, I'm Paul Alpers, the National Crappie League. We're right here for our national qualifying tournament this fall, October 3rd. It was 57 degrees this morning, starting to cool off, but they're going to catch some great fish right here on Lake Murray. We'd like to thank Lake Murray Country Tourism, and this is brought to you by Happy Hollow Outdoors. We're going to get up with a few of the anglers and see if we can get some great fish catching action.
Today's show is brought to you in part by Happy Hollow Outdoors, DMF Bait Company, and Lake Murray Tourism.
Tomorrow we're going to be hitting pretty much brush piles and any kind of structure, stumps or whatever. We're going to be pretty much one poling with jigs. We're going to buy minnows because the fish have been kind of stubborn. We're going to try. We might have to try them if fish won't bite them, but that's our plan tomorrow. We hit as many brush piles as possible.
We're probably going to be using jigs. After that, if that doesn't work, we're going to go to minnows.
So we're going to get as many brush piles and areas that we can run and gun to hit. So that's what we've learned. We got one more day of pre-fish for us, and we're gunning for the championship for the points for the amateur division. We're in the lead now, but we'd like to retain that. So we're going to go out there and work real hard and try to find us a good, decent pattern where we can at least get 5 good keeper fish, and I think we'll be okay.
A lot of times you got to fish through them because these brush piles are stacked with a bunch of fish, and you got to fish through them to get one at a weigh. We probably caught 10 fish, I guess, so far.
They're stacked with brim too.
Yeah. Last cast here, Keith, and we're gonna move. We'll go get one in.
My name's Keith Smith, and I just caught a crappie. This kid don't know me. Put his net down. My name's Keith Smith. I just caught this fish right here on a 1/40th jig head with a slab tail jig.
Lake Murray is approximately 50,000 acres in size and has roughly 650 miles of shoreline. It was impounded in the late 1920s to provide hydroelectric power to the state of South Carolina.
Bigger than the one we had. He's bigger than our other 3.
Many tournaments have been won and lost by 1/100th of an ounce, so that's why it's important to have good, accurate scales. Each team is allowed to bring 5 fish to the scales, and they must be alive.
What?
God. There it is.
Got my one here. Oh, crap. Come on.
Yeah, come on.
Broke your line.
Broke my line.
Came untied.
Yeah. I tied a little old loop knot on it, and I normally don't do that. And I went to 2 pound test line. I've been using 4.
There's a lot of trees around the bank. And they have got crappie in them, it's just getting them to hit.
And I can't get them to commit. We just won't do it. We just old timers. We use forward facing sonar, but you know, most of them take big long poles and go over and get the standing timber and, you know, long pole it and sit there and hold it right over his head and stuff. We've done that before, but it just ain't kind of in our thing to do. Right here's what we're used to doing, just keep casting. We've done it for, you know, we're probably fishing one of the few bluff walls on this lake, you know, and that's what we're used to fishing at our home lake. So you can't hardly run around with a long pole and just run down through the bank there and do it, because this is about exactly the way we have to fish on our local lake. So that's just kind of what we end up continue doing most times. It's been good to us. We catch fish. We've been struggling here for a few days, but it ain't like that there not plenty here. Look here. I mean, they just you can't get them commit. They're just wanting to kind of sit there. And we had the same problem yesterday, especially when we had some fish with some size to them. When we could find some smaller, a big bunch of small fish, we would catch them. But every time we would find some decent sized fish, we really struggled at getting them to commit. They just swim around, look at it, and take off. Just like them on that log right there. Now, I'm not 100% sure of them. They're all crappies, but they will be right up there on that thing. And they are at home like that. And then, like I said, when you catch little ones, they'll be kind of aggressive.
The biggest problem they have on a jig is they want it to jerk. They don't necessarily jerk. You might see the line flip a little, or the line might just tighten down. When it does, the fish has done got it. And a lot of times people will be cranking their pole and they'll see their line go slack and go tight again. They don't realize the fish done sucked it in, blowed it out. So a lot of times people fish a jig, they're sitting there waiting for it to jerk real hard. It's not going to jerk, not every time.
Well, folks, still here on Lake Murray on first day of competition of the semi-pro division. We caught up with a couple of our anglers, a team from Kentucky and one of the local teams here from South Carolina. The local team had 5 fish already early this morning, but big lake here. It's been hard to find some of the other boats. We're going to head back in the weigh-in, get set up. I know it's going to be an exciting time, and they're going to have a lot of good fish caught. The Kentucky team was struggling a little bit, but they had one keeper. Still a lot of time left in the day. Kick back, get in your easy chair, get you a soft drink, and we'll be back with you in the weigh-in in just a little while. Hi folks, I'm Paul Albers with the National Crappie League. Hey, we're right here at Lake Murray, right here in Columbia, South Carolina for our National Qualifying Crappie Tournament. These guys are coming from all over, but while we're here, we want to tell you a little bit about Columbia and Lake Murray, and a little bit about Lake Murray country. With me, I have Kelly Hughes, the marketing manager. Kelly, it's a pleasure being here.
It's a pleasure to see you.
We appreciate you hosting this tournament, but you know, a lot of times the fishermen bring their families and stuff, and so tell us a little bit, besides the great fishing and hunting that you have here, all the other amenities in case the family wants to come, or even if they want to come back for vacation.
If you're visiting the capital city of Columbia, there is a number of things for families to do, like visiting Riverbank Zoo and Garden, the South Carolina State Museum, there's a Columbia Museum of Art, a number of historic homes and landmarks, and you can check out any of the Gamecock sporting events.
Yeah.
There's also a vibrant food and local brewery scene, which really shows off like local flavor and honestly a ton of local talent.
Right, well, you got a lot of nature trails and stuff, I think so, and probably there's some Civil War history here too, I'm sure.
Absolutely, and on top of Civil War history, Revolutionary War history.
Oh yeah.
So Saluda County, which is one of our 4 counties in the region, they have deep Revolutionary War history and a lot of historic sites you can go to, as well as they have tons of peach farms. We actually produce more peaches per capita than the state of Georgia.
Really?
Yeah, right here in our
That's
county.
good.
South Carolina is the peach state. But touching back on Revolutionary War history, the South Carolina State Museum, as I mentioned, is a great place to learn about all the battles, and of course with the upcoming 250th anniversary this 2026 summer.
Well, I tell you what, folks, we're going to be catching some big fish out here on this lake. I've been coming here for many a year. It's been a while since I've been here, but I'm so excited about being here. We're going to want to come back. I really enjoy the state of South Carolina and this area, the hospitality. What about your restaurants? I know restaurants, and you got a lot to offer here.
Oh my gosh, and one of the best food scenes here is in Lexington County. Their downtown has an international food scene. You get Thai food, you get Irish, you get American, and you could just kind of, out of your trip, if you're here for a few days, you can have a lunch and a dinner at every single spot.
Tell us how to get a hold of you, website and telephone number.
We encourage everyone to visit lakemurraycountry.com to discover South Carolina and start planning your trip now. And you can call us at 803-781-5940.
There you have it, folks. It's going to be a great time.
We would also like to thank our local sponsors. After the first day of fishing for the semi-pros, the team of Byers and Smith claimed first place, followed by Cooley and Parker in second, and Addy and Addy in third.
Good morning, folks. Paul Albers here with the National Crappie League. Hey, we're back out on Lake Murray. Championship Saturday. The pros are fishing, and also the amateurs today. They get to fish today, so we're going to have a great time. There was only about 6 ounces separated first and second yesterday. We were with Scooter and Keith just a minute ago, the first place team. They've already got 5 fish in the live well, but hey, a lot better morning this morning. The wind has died down. Temperature was about 7 degrees warmer. It was 57 yesterday. Today it's 64 degrees when we got up and got out here. I think it's going to be a beautiful day. It's a full moon. Sounds like these fish are biting right off the bat. They didn't feed last night with a full moon, so they're going to get hungry and be ready to go. We'd like to thank Lake Murray Country Tourism for hosting this event. If you get a chance, come down here at Columbia, South Carolina. Get on Lake Murray, whether you want a boat and recreation, have fun, go to the hiking trails or state parks or whatever. But this is a great place for your families. Also a great place to fish, and there's some really, really good hunting here. So if you get a chance, get down here to Columbia, South Carolina, spend a little time, enjoy it, have a vacation with your whole family, or come fish one of our tournaments. Well, folks, we're pulling up on the team of Addy and Addy, another local team here on Lake Murray. They had 639 yesterday. They're currently in third place. We couldn't get up with them yesterday, but we found them today. We're going to watch them here for a little bit, and then we're going to get in the boat and find out what they're doing and see if they're going to be able to move up and try to win this championship here on the National Qualifying Tournament, National Crappie League.
Especially this time of year, having good live bait is a huge key in my opinion. So you need a good lively minnow.
We've caught up with the team of Byers and Smith. They are currently leading after the first day.
Good one. Finally caught a crappie. I don't know if it could be number 5, you know what? It'll be 5. Finally caught number 5. We can put in a box. Oh, easy now. Don't fall in the lake. All these bubble scales, man, I'm going to tell you, I've been tournament fishing for a while now. They are the most accurate scales I've ever used. They are dead on the money. When you weigh a fish and you weigh them back later, it's right. I want to tell you, they're good.
Good calibration.
Yep, they're good. Ooh, we about lost them. But yeah, they're good. I've caught, I'm telling you, we catch a lot of fish and fish a lot of tournaments, so they're always accurate. I've seen that most tournament scales, they usually weigh about a pound, about almost a half a pound lighter, but on a dead fish, it's usually, on a big fish, it's usually about dead on. That's 5. Springtime, when we're fishing, we're out here, we'll probably be in the springtime on this lake. We'll be in the mouths of these creeks and the creek channels. The fish will be roaming. They won't be attached to structure. And early in the spring or late in the winter and before the spring comes, the fish will be in big schools. And then once they get out of the big schools, they'll start getting individually, and that's when you can pick the big ones off. So that's how we do it. You know, we do. In other words, we catch Roman fish. Now these are black crappie here, and they're different from white crappie. Everybody, black crappie school up a whole lot, and white crappie don't. White crappie, you might go in an area and there'll be a school of white crappie in there, but they'll be on different areas. And see, and they stay in open water a lot, where these fish don't do that. So it'd be a whole lot better if it was in open water than doing that. We like fishing that way a lot better.
Paul caught up with Braxton Walls to find out how important boat control is.
Well, first off, it's just plain convenient having these things on your boat. Pulling up, launching, unloading, just drop power poles. You don't have to worry about, you know, tying up, scuffing up your boat. But then when you're out on the water and you get to use these things, really makes a difference on being able to control the boat, especially in shallower water with these crappie brakes. Instead of having to worry about blowing the fish off your brush piles with the main trolling motor in the front, you're putting 30 foot of distance away from that structure to where you're not going to mess up your fishing when you need to back up a little bit and stay off of them.
Yeah, you know, that's one of the main things, folks, about fishing for crappie, especially on brush piles or even on Roman fish.
Right.
You know, when you're putting around out there, when you got these babies and you can drop them down and it slows you down and then you hit them brakes, it's just bam. And you ain't backwashing that fish, like you said.
Exactly.
So, folks, if you're out there looking for a great product, power pole, they also got the Sea Monster charger. You know, people that don't have them really don't know what's going on with
They don't know what they're missing.
I mean, you'll never have dead batteries again. Trust me. You can just start your motor up, let it idle, and it'll charge your batteries. Or if you need a fast charge, you can run down the lake a couple miles one way and the other way, completely charged again. So if you're wanting a battery charger, get that Sea Monster charger. And then, of course, I don't know whether you've got to try it yet or not, Braxton, but the Move trolling motor, I
haven't got to experience that. I've seen people fly by me with them.
That Move trolling motor, folks, you don't have to change anything around. You can run it as a 24 volt or a 36 volt. All that matters is you put another battery in your boat and wire it up.
That's it.
But I've got a Z8 19 Nitro. And on 36 volt, my trolling motor will run me 6.5 miles an hour.
That's insane.
24 volt, about 4.5, 5 mile an hour. So be sure and check the power poles out. You know, powerpole.com. Come and see them. Check their products out. And if you want to catch more fish, the easier way, power pole. Right. Don't forget it.
We would like to thank our sponsors for being a part of the National Crappie League. Now it's time to find out who will be crowned the winner. In the semi-pro division, the team of Byers and Smith claimed first place, followed by Cooley and Parker in second and Addy in third. In the amateur division, Kuhn and Frick took home top honors, with Dana Miller and Daniel Miller finishing second and Metcalf rounding out the podium in third place. Please subscribe to the National Crappie League's YouTube channel for all of the latest videos. Thank you to our national sponsors for your support.